The up-and-coming Nether update, Minecraft's latest update in a long list of updates, introduces a complete overhaul to how the Nether functions within every player's Minecraft worlds and playthroughs. Recently, with the addition of food sources, ores, and added ability to traverse the terrain of the Nether, now more than ever including with the new Strider mob, it is now possible to solely live and survive within the hellish dimension. Today, I want to present you my reasoning as to why this is the best update Minecraft has introduced so far, and to throw things around, I will say that this isn't entirely to do with the Nether dimension. The up-and-coming 1.16 update introduces insane changes to the Nether dimension, including biomes that completely change the look and feel of the Nether. Tin color, block colors, and even native mob spawning are some of the aspects that they have altered, changing the Nether forever. With mobs now officially being more specific to biomes instead of limited to fortresses, height, or even heinous spawn conditions, mobs now have nativity to biome types, where mass amount of spawnage now occurs. This changes the nature of mobs and their properties, and even makes improvements to said mobs and their conditions, such as moving the magma slime from a rarity of a couple spawning occasionally, to being one of the most commonly spawned mobs in the newly added basalt deltas. This puts a positive shift in the meta for mobs in the Nether, as I have felt that magma slimes, endermen, and even skeleton spawns have had interestingly limited spawnability. This changes all of that and improves the difficulty. I find it more suitable for mobs to belong in certain biomes, and with their spawn rates increased. But one of the biggest changes I feel that makes this version so good is not the new Nether biomes, or the changes to mob spawn conditions, or even the new tier of tools like netherite. Actually, my favourite change isn't even in the Nether. Granted, this Nether overhaul has been the best thematic update that I have created yet, massively beating the exploration update or even the update aquatic. My favourite change actually involves the hoe, a tool in Minecraft that, until now, was one of the most useless tools to have. To make a hoe above iron would be a massive waste of valuable resources, or just a flex. But as of recent snapshots, they have made the hoe one of the most versatile tools to own. Slowly throughout the 1.16 snapshots, they have been adding blocks that are appropriately breakable to the hoe, such as hay bale blocks and fungus and warp blocks. But as of snapshot 20W15A, hoes are now the appropriate tool to use on leaves. This means for the first time since 2010, there is now a way to break leaves faster than the use of your fists. Shears were the fastest, most efficient way to remove leaves, but they dropped the leaf block instead of actually breaking it. Thus meaning if you wanted the saplings, apples or sticks from the leaves, you still had to break it by hand. This introduces a new way of breaking leaves without using your fists. Now, with an iron hoe, you can quickly remove the leaves of an entire tree within mere seconds. Instead of patiently waiting for the decay or taking minutes to manually punch the leaves out, you can now use a hoe to demolish remaining leaves and quickly replant or move on. Unfortunately, at the moment, after testing a few times, I found Fortune 3 really doesn't appear to have an effect on the drops, as I somewhat had equal drops from the same amount of leaves, and in some cases had even better drops without the Fortune. So, with a completely new Nether experience, and quality of life changes to the game, I feel as though my excitement for this version is the most it has ever been. I have not had such excitement for a new version since early release days, when changes that came often were required, like removing mob lag. There are very few things I feel this version needs, but one thing I would like to see is the introduction of dyeable portal colour. We saw this in the April Fool's update, where opening a new dimension used a different portal colour. I feel like throwing a dye into the portal should definitely change the portal colour. Whether that will ever happen or not though will definitely not impact my pre-existing excitement for the new Nether update.